Hey traders, John Howell here. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 major steps that you must follow in order for you to start reaching your goal. See, if you have a goal of becoming a really good trader, if you want to if you have a goal of becoming a good trader, then follow these 4 steps that I'm about to share with you to increase your chances of doing really well in the markets. Now, let me just share this with you here on this screen. I'm gonna do some writing on this screen, so I'm gonna move this up through here. And the very first thing here is, number 1 is, what is your edge, right? Your edge. Now, what this, the EDGE, is that how you spell edge? Love it. Whatever your edge is, right? Now, your edge is simply, if you keep it simple, your edge is simply a chart pattern with an entry signal. Okay, and now it could be anything. Now, what is your edge? Wrapped around a trading plan that has risk management, trade management, all that sort of stuff, right? But what is your edge? Do you have one simple edge, or are you simply getting in and getting out of the markets just because you think it's a good idea? If you are, then remember, guys, okay, remember, if you think about trading as a whole, right, if you're trying to get to here, a star, just call the star up here, is your ultimate goal in life, right? Or your ultimate goal in trading. Just say, for example, you want to be doing on average, call it $8,000 a month, or call it not $8,000 a month, but call it, you'd like to be doing $100,000 per year, right? Because some months are slower, some months are more up. You know, you might lose $2,000 one month and then make $15,000 the next month. You know, and that's how really trading is in the scheme of things. But you say, okay, what? My ultimate goal is to make $100K per month. Okay, first month, the first thing is, what's your one simple edge? If you don't, that's where you should be focusing on, is finding that one simple edge. See, when I'm trading, I know exactly what I'm looking for. Exactly. When I'm trading the stock market and futures market, I know exactly what I'm looking for, the type of pattern, the type of setup I'm looking for on the entry chart. And then also I know exactly what type of rules I need to apply to wrap around it. So, what is your one simple edge? Now, this edge mustn't be something that someone's giving you. It must be something that you deeply believe in, because you've seen it 5 billion times. I did this, a person, Peter, if you're watching this video, my man, I said that you need to take at least 100 screenshots of different trades that met this edge. Therefore, every single one of these screenshots must look almost identical to each other. And people say, that's just ludicrous, John. No. Hear me out. If you look at anyone that does really well, we're not talking about like 100K per year. We're talking about people that do like 7 figures per year, and multiple 7 figures per year. The number one thing you have in common is that they're consistent with their trading plan. How do you think you get any consistency in the market? It's not about getting it right. It's like, no, there is no getting it right. It's having an edge. The edge has a win-loss ratio, and so on and so forth, right? So you need to take at least 100 screenshots. The reason why you're doing that, what are you doing here? You're doing something that is going to help you when you're viewing the market, and that is confidence. Confidence that your plan works. And they're not only confidence, but what is it about that setup that makes it a really, really good setup? You know what I mean? Like, you can have the setup, but then you can start noticing different small little details about the setup as time goes on that helps it with the win-loss ratio. You know what I mean? That gives you a much increase in win-loss ratio. So that's the confidence that you need. This is the work that needs to be done. Even if you buy a coaching, even if you join my coaching or anyone else's coaching, this is the work that you need to do behind the scenes in order for you to start doing really, really well. So start with the edge. You need to take at least 100 screenshots, and then that's going to build your confidence, and that's going to help you through. Now, remember I said before, okay? Let's have a look at this here. Let's just say, for example, guys, because guys, I know you're struggling in the markets. I know trading is difficult and trading is hard, okay? I understand that, but you can do this, right? You truly, truly, truly can do this. Let's go to, you know what? Let's just use a yellow up here, okay? And this yellow up here is obviously going to be the star. And let's just say, for example, from here to here, okay? From there to there is your goal, okay? Let's just say, and let's just say, for example, that you say, okay, I'm going to be realistic with my trading. I know it's not going to be easy right now. I know it's not going to be, I know I'm not going to become a successful overnight. And I understand it's going to take time. All right. So let's just say, for example, you have a 12-month plan. Don't say a 2-month plan or a 5-month plan. Give yourself some time through the plan I'm about to give you in order for you to start to get closer and closer and closer to these goals. Okay? So let's just say this is day 1 over here, and this is 12 months worth of time. Now, what are you doing within that 12 months? Well, the very first few months, what are you doing? You're getting spreadsheets, right? You're getting spreadsheets and screenshots of type of patterns that you believe in, that you know that work. Not only do you believe in, but you have confidence because you see it so many times, right? Because I can't tell you what to trade or what not to trade. Only you know that. Makes sense? Now, I know what I believe in because I have like hundreds. I have probably at least 200, 300, 400 screenshots of the one setup across multiple, the one trading setup. But guess what? Every single one of those trades are different trades, but they're the exact same setup. Makes sense? So that's where my confidence comes in with my trading, because I'm like, I know my system rocks out. Like, I know without a doubt in the deepest of my heart is that if I stick to my plan, I'm getting an 80 plus win-loss, 80 plus % success rate. Now, my trades don't come around that often, but that's okay. I'd rather trade less and have a high win-loss ratio. That gives me more confidence, that grows my account, that gives me the ability to put more money on, and so on and so forth. Makes sense? So give yourself 12 months. So your very first few months in your trading should be, your very first 12 months worth of trading should be identifying and working hard on this. Doing your back testing, doing your research. If you want to become a good trader, you need to do this. If you're not willing to do this, then stop this video and give up trading, because you're never going to get ahead. I promise you. I've been doing this for 15 years. I listen to people who have, I look at my coach right now who does multiple 7 figures per year. He's been doing it for 25 years. And it's the exact same thing, right? You need to be able to do something to build confidence. If you're going to take a trade, you need to have your deep confidence that this is going to work for you more times than not. How do you get that? By doing the work. The work is firstly finding that one pattern that you believe in, and then going over and taking screenshot after screenshot after screenshot after screenshot after screenshot of example after example after example after example after example after example. What is unconscious competence? Unconscious competence is doing something unconsciously because you've done it so many times, right? It's like driving a car. That's what trading is all about. But you can do this if you're willing to put the work in. Most traders don't do well in the markets because they don't do this work. Even when I'm doing my scans every day, guess what? If I miss some trades, that's okay. I'm still taking screenshots. I'm still identifying. I'm still noticing these trades. So once you've got that, and this may be your very first month, then secondly, you're going to start trading, but you're going to start trading small, okay? Now, yes, you can paper trade, but you're never going to get the growth unless you start trading. Now, when you do start trading, you start trading very, very small. And what are you going to do? You're going to record everything about your live trading that you're taking. Remember, trade real small, where you're making $100 and where your profits are like, $20 and your losses are like $10, or, even if your losses are $20 and like something really, really, really small. I'm not talking about like a small trading account and start with $1,000. No, start with at least a $10,000 trading account or $5,000 trading account, but start with really, 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 really small position sizes, because you're going to make mistakes. You're probably not going to make money in the very first few months, but that's okay. The reason why you want to trade live and trade real small is because that's how you're going to learn the lessons. You're not going to learn the lessons by paper trading. Paper trading is so different, but you're going to record everything. See, when I get into a trade, when I'm trading, like first thing in the morning, when I get up here in Australia and I'm trading the last hour of the US stock market, guess what? Every single trade I get into, I'm putting the date, I'm putting the stock I'm getting into, whether it's a call or put option, because I trade options. What was the actual strike price of the option? How much did the option cost me? What was the date that I exited for, and how much percentage is win or loss? And then I have some notes there to say, okay, this is what I learned from this. So and then what it is, then I record this, and guess what? And you do this for a whole month. And then number 3, now remember, every time you're trading this edge here, right? And now 3, you're going to what? You're going to review. You're going to review this at least every single month, if not every week. If you're an active trader, you're going to do it every week. For me, I'm not an active trader, so I would take anywhere between, I'd say, 4 and 10 trades per month on average on the stock market. Some months, like this month, has been quite quiet. I think I've only had about 4 trades this month so far. And most of those trades have been profitable apart from one, I think. So review. You're going to review. What are you going to do when it's on a weekend? The market's closed. You're going to go back over those trades, and you're going to say, okay, you're going to review those trades and just simply go, over the month. So, okay, how did I do this month? And go over every single one of those trades again with a non-emotional, non-biased view. And then as you're going through this, just say, okay, what could I have done better with this trade? Is there something here is there something I could have done? And as you go through your trades, you may have taken 20 trades. And then guess what? When you review, number 4 is you have a plan to improve. Now, this has been massive, massive, massive. Now, you're going to do this. And if you do this, say 1 to 2 months of getting your edge, doing the work, and then you're going to spend the next 6 months, next 12 months doing this, you are on the path to doing so well in the markets, because it's not about now, right? Imagine where you're going to be 2-3 years from actually doing this work. It is absolutely amazing. And this has, what I'm telling you right now, guys, has made all the differences in my trading. Gone from absolutely just getting shit kicked in the face by this market, having no idea, thinking the market was rigged and blah, 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 all this sort of stuff, to now doing so well in the markets. I'm just so grateful that I'm doing that how I'm trading the markets. But it all comes down from this. Having my edge and having screenshot to screenshot to screenshots. And I share the screenshots with my private coaching. I record every single thing. I keep reviewing, even to this day. I keep reviewing it. At least once a month, I go back over all those trades. What could I have done? Review, record, review, and plan to improve. Record, review, improve. Record, review, improve. Now, what is this improving? You might realize that at least half your trades you're taking are not really the planned trades. You know what I mean? That they're not really trades that meet this edge here. They're what you call impatient trades. So right here, you may start to say, okay, let's actually look at this. Let's actually review and improve. Now you might say, okay, cool. Now review and improve up here. So one, you might say, which this is what actually happened to me. One, that I realized that a percentage of trades, and generally I reckon it's around 40-50%. Say 40% of the trades actually didn't meet the plan. Okay, cool. Out of those 40% of the trades that didn't meet my plan, how many are losers? 90%. I can guarantee you, right? 90%. Okay, cool. So by me taking these shit trades, I'm actually setting myself back so much more because I'm taking trades that don't meet my plan. Okay, cool. What do I need to improve on? I need to improve on only taking the trades. And if the trade and today, what I'm going to focus on today and tomorrow is I'm going to focus on only taking the trades that meet my edge here. Make sense? Meet my edge over here. So now what are you doing? And as the months go on, you're probably still going to take trades you shouldn't, but now instead of it being 40%, it's only 10%. And you're like, you know what? Next month, I'm still taking the trades, right? It might be when it comes down to trade management. Now, one of the things that I realized with my trades is that I was either too impatient or not patient enough. Now, one thing I realized with my style of plan is that the best trade management is I'm in trades 1 to 4 days. 1 to 4 days. What does that mean? Is that the very first day I get into it, the very first day, which is day 1. If it hasn't run on for profits, then what will happen is that generally within 1 to 4 days, my trades have actually ran on for profits. So if day 1 and it runs on for a nice profit, I take it off the table, I say thank you very much, and I go look at it again and again and again and again. Now there is percentages of trades that I look at that are more like a longer time trade where I'm probably going to be in it for a few weeks or more. But most of my profits, right? I realized by me. The first thing was one. I realized that if day number 1 is a very nice profit, that's when I should be getting out of the market, saying thank you for that, getting out. If day number 1 is I get into the trade and it goes against me just slightly, not too much, well, guess what? There's a real high probability chance that day 3 or 4 I'm going to get into the profit position. How do I know this? By reviewing all my trades. And this actually happened by reviewing about 6 months worth of trades. I'm like, hang on a minute, this is what's actually happening here. And how did I realize this? was number 3 is that I realized that I was actually realizing that a lot of these trades, they'd run on for profit really quickly, and then it wouldn't do much afterwards. A lot of these trades, and therefore I would see a lot of these trades that I did, they ran on for profit, a beautiful profit. Most of my trades ran on for a profit within that 1 to 4 days, and then after that, I'd watch these things turn into a loss. And so that's what happened. And number 4, I started realizing over this here that there was small little details to my edge over here that really made all the differences in my trading. And then guess what? And that's how you get better and better and better and better and better. And this whole review and improve, I guarantee at least 50% of this has everything to do with your emotional, at least 50%, if not 80%, has everything to do with your emotional balance. Meaning you got to look out, okay, if you're taking trades that you shouldn't, why are you doing that? Are you trying to force it? Are you trying to rush it? Are you trying to make money right now? Like there's something emotional that's causing you to do those things when you know you shouldn't. And once you start to identify this, guess what? Then you can get better and better and better. And you might spend 2 months. You might spend 2 months here, and then month 3 you're trading live, but you're trading small. No, you're not making a lot of money. That's not the point. Month 3 through to 6, you probably be losing money. That's what I'd say that. But guess what? It's from that you losing money because you've got real money on one, but you're only making or losing a little bit. This is where all these lessons are going to come from. That's going to help you record, review, and improve. You record it, you review it, and then you improve. You improve. So it's like, okay, how do I improve this? Is it my emotional balance? Is the way that I'm thinking about the markets? And how do I improve? And how I do that is, okay, what are the top things that I know I need to improve on? Call it 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Today, when I'm trading the markets now, I'm going to really, really focus on these 4 things. 1, does it meet my plan 100% yes or no? If it's a no, then I cannot take the trade. I have to force myself not to take the trade. 2 and 3 and 4. Make sense? And therefore you have your edge, but now you're like, okay, now I'm getting here. And guess what? That's 3, then 4, then 5 and 6. And imagine you doing this every single month for 12 months. Imagine where you'd be in 12 months time frame from now if you started applying this plan. Make sense? Applying this plan to help you get ahead. Guys, this is sort of stuff that I do with my private coaching. If you click on that link below and you go register for the 7 universal laws, I'm actually opening my coaching program to actually help people walk them through this process to help them get there. But you don't need my coaching, right? I've only got 5 spots open anyway, and I've got 2 people already taken up. But you don't need my coaching, right? You can do this. You can do this by yourself. Now, coaching is going to help you stay on track. That's why with my private coaching, I do weekly coaching. Right, every single week I'm on the back of my private client saying, "How'd you go this week?" You know, what I mean, I'm weekly record, review, and improve with them because I want to make sure that they're making progress they want, and so they can get to their goal much quicker than saying doing once a month. But if you want to do this by yourself, this is what you need to do, and you need to force yourself to do this. One thing I love about having my personal coach alongside me is he gives me the accountability, and I know that I don't want to disappoint him, so I do whatever I have to record, review, and improve, record, review, and improve, record, review, and improve. And I go through this process to really, really, really keep making the progress. And even still to this day, once again, like just recently, I went over all my trades I've done this year thus far of doing this video. And guess what? There was at least 2 or 3 things I'm like, oh my goodness. And one of those things was that within the edge, there was this smaller details that made all the differences to the success rate. And so on and so forth. So I hope this helps you out. This is the 4 major things that you must do in order for you to start to really, really, really succeed in the markets. After being mentored by 4 different 7-figure traders, I've realized they all have some things in common that actually help them do really, really well in the markets. So I'm actually putting on a free training where I'm going to walk you through the 7 simple but powerful universal laws to becoming a consistent profitable trader while achieving a very high success rate without spending 13 years trying to figure it all out. Plus, I'm going to walk you through the absolute details of my #1 trading system that I trade every single day. The very first link in the description, click on that and you'll be able to go check it all out and be able to go see this free training. And I'm going to walk you through every single detail of these 7 universal laws so you too can start to have the odds on your side. So go do that right now, and I'll see you on the next page.